welcome back. We got another video by Outer Black. Shout out to you, the homie Outer Black. He left a comment on my video, said he messed with the video, so we gonna keep him going. Shout out to you, my brother. Live action sucks. It does. It really do. Some shit shouldn't even be made. That's a live action because it doesn't do wonders. Live action is what we think of if our favorite character was in our world today. If they was real people. It's like some fan shit do better than the Hollywood shit. But let's see what Outer Black talks about, and I'm gonna see if I'm gonna agree. So we gonna dive on into this.
Live action and remakes? Yay! I love live action and remakes. I love live action.
Now, yeah, we see a couple videos already. I'm gonna start over.
Live action and remakes? Yay! I love live action.
I haven't seen that. I heard that was shit. I have a homeboy that's a Borderlands fan. He said this was shit.
Action and remakes.
I didn't even know they came out with a live action Mulan. I didn't even know.
I love live action and remakes.
Minecraft. I gave my opinion about that on my TikTok. I said it looked wicked. That shouldn't even happen. In the Latin, I kind of like, the live action Aladdin. Besides Will Smith being a genie.
Kidding. I hate them. I despise them. They disgust me. Why do they even get made? Live actions and remakes. Two things that aren't necessarily bad, but put them in a vacuum, they can be horrible. Now putting them together can be... Say, before we talk about...
I mean, the Aladdin live action wasn't bad, but Will Smith being a genie was like one of the worst decisions that was ever made.
Remakes. Let's talk about live
Same thing for the Little Mermaid. Well, we're gonna talk at the end of the video. We're gonna talk at the
early 2000s to 2018. Live actions weren't all that bad. Primarily because between this time period, you had actual people who cared about how the stories went, and you had a group of people who cared how the CGI actually looked. So even if the movie was okay, you could fall back on how good the movie looked. But in recent times, it seems like people who make movies don't really care how the stories are or how the CGI looks in the movies. The two main offenders being the Flash movie and the first Sonic.
That was shit. That Flash movie was shit. All that hype and build up for what? That shit was so shit. It was the CGI. I don't even want to talk about it. And the first Sonic movie wasn't bad, but the first trailer, oh my god. I'm glad everybody bullied fucking Paramount because they deserved it.
God help us. Why did the Flash movie look like it had PS2?
Yeah, that shit was horrible.
I didn't go see the Flash movie because the CGI was fucking ass. But a large amount of idiots did waste their money to go see the movie. And everybody who watched it also said the story was ass. So how does that work? You have one of the most beloved superheroes, and you fumbled the story and CGI. It's not the lack of resources, it's the lack of caring. Why don't they care anymore? It makes no sense. And it shows way more in the first Sonic. The fact that we almost had this instead of this is fucking horrifying to me. In what reality does someone make an IRL Sonic design and thinks this is okay? There's a lack of
like a cat
here, obviously.
Meow.
No one in their right mind would think this
like
is
a
okay.
rat.
And obviously they knew it wasn't okay because they changed it.
Actually, we bullied them into changing it.
Realistically, if they thought this design was okay, they would have never changed it regardless of what you guys said. The people who made this knew it wasn't okay, saw the feedback and said, fine, we'll change it. They already knew it wasn't okay, they just needed to hear it. But if they thought it was okay, they would have never changed it, regardless of how many people were crying about it.
I had a theory that even though they put that out just to see the feedback, good feedback, negative feedback, it's all great feedback at the end of the day. So that's my theory. But they knew that they had this in the back pocket. They had this road design waiting in the back pocket just in case.
About it. It's exactly like the Minecraft movie trailer. People are like, we've done it once, let's do it again! And I'm hoping, praying, I'm on my knees that this ages horribly. But I think the people who made the Minecraft movie thinks that this is acceptable. And
No,
no
that
matter
shit
how
ugly.
much we rave and write about how it looks, they won't change it. Because they think it looks perfectly well. Which, newsflash, haha, it doesn't. Change this shit now. The CGI doesn't even look that bad. It's just the fact that there's humans in this world. And it's so jarring, it's turning a lot of people off when they see this. Which is 100% fair. We haven't even seen how the mobs are gonna look near these people, but the creeper, which looks horrible. And this is why, unlike the Sonic movie, I don't think they're gonna change anything. Because in the Sonic movie, you already have previous games to go off his character design, and they already used a lot of CGI for ugly Sonic. So all they really needed to do was fix his face and his proportions, and now you have the Sonic we have in the movies now. Unlike the Minecraft movies, where you have 5 humans in this Minecraft world. And unless they already have the character designs in mind, they would have to start from scratch, give these 5 humans character designs, then animate those characters for an hour and a half, if not longer movie. And that would be too much work, too much effort for these people who make the movie. But I'm on my knees, please let people come back around April and say this aged horribly. Please tell me you animated the humans. Oh, for the love of God. Also, get rid of the individual human teeth you gave to the sheep.
Use your strength and crush that thing! With your help, I believe I can make...
Now, with everything I just said about live action,
I ain't gonna lie, whatever advertisement was that, I've been meaning to watch that. I know it's off topic from the video, but I gotta watch that.
let's talk about some fucking remakes.
Okay.
I think we all can agree that remakes should be easy to make and improve off the original.
Right.
What do I mean by easy to make? You're literally copying off of something else.
Right.
It's not fucking rocket science. What do I mean by improve? Maybe the animation or production of whatever you're remaking wasn't good, and you improve off of that, making it look better than it was before. Or maybe the story has a lot of loopholes or plot holes. And
Full
instead
Metal
of you
Alchemist,
remaking
that
the whole
shit.
story, you go back and add context.
Full Metal
to
Alchemist
plug up those
Brotherhood,
plot holes
shout
or
out
untie
to
those
them.
loopholes to make it better.
Loopholes and plot holes are basically the same thing.
No, they're not. Here's the definitions. Now go eat a dick. Now, with all the information I just gave you, you would assume that all remakes are 10 out of 10s, right?
They coming out with a Snow White movie? March 21st? Why? Where's the dwarfs? I don't see the dwarfs anywhere in that picture. Where's the dwarfs? I don't know. I mean, The Little Mermaid should never happen either. I didn't know it was a Mulan movie. I didn't even... The Little Mermaid movie should never happen. You know, the character switching, you know... Some people are like, well, you don't want a black woman to be Little Mermaid. Bro, it should never happen. This movie should never happen. Let's be realistic. It should never happen. I didn't even know they was doing Snow White. A live action Snow White.
There's like a fucking bingo sheet of things people do to remakes that you don't have to, nor should you do. Things like gender swapping, race swapping, taking characters out and replacing them, taking out parts of the story, adding new parts to the story that aren't necessary at all, changing characters' motivations, adding new loopholes and plot holes, rewriting the entire story, and the list just goes on. And I could list you all the remakes that do all this, but I kind of want to talk about live action remakes, because live action remakes are the main ones playing with this bingo sheet. And I'm here to talk about 2 specific ones: The Little Mermaid and the Snow White live action remake coming out next year. There's a lot of shit
that's
going
coming out
on
next
with the Snow
year.
White
I
movie
never
for some
knew.
reason. Like Elon Musk having 2 lawsuits for Disney for being sexist towards men, which kinda has evidence. I don't know. I don't want to be sued. Please don't sue me, Disney. But there's a clip of someone saying, under no circumstance would they hire a white male.
There have been times where, you know, there's no way we're hiring a white male.
Just kind of unspoken.
There are times when it's spoken.
Yes. The best cure for being sexist is just add a dash of good old reliable racism. Then they had the 7 dwarfs be like different heights and races, but then they took that back, and instead of adding actual short people like midgets, they added CGI dwarfs, which would be more offensive. What is going on right now? And apparently it was supposed to come out this year, but it's coming out next year because they had to do reshoots of certain scenes because it seems too sexist. Allegedly. Disney, please don't.
I don't want to see that shit.
And coming out the main actress's mouth, she said it's not even the same story, making it seem like the main male lead could be cut from the movie altogether. And I'm going to talk about this more after The Little Mermaid, but what the fuck? This is just a clusterfuck. Disney, you have the blueprints and you're saying,
Nah, I'm I'm gonna do my own thing.
Then you'll be wondering, man, why didn't the movie do well? We poured millions into it. Shut the fuck up. You had the blueprints and deviated from it, you fucking dickhead. Now we go to The Little Mermaid. The most obvious thing is a race swap, obviously. Personally, I don't like race swaps, but if the story's good, it doesn't matter if you race swap. There's only one good thing about race swaps, and that's when people argue about it. Cause it's just two dumbasses arguing about nothing essentially. On one side, you have someone saying, why would they make a white person black? On the other side, you have someone saying, why do you care? Does it really matter? Back to the other side, what if we made Miles Morales white? How would you feel? Back to the other side.
Don't you dare fucking do that. Whoever said that stupid shit out their mouth, don't you dare do that. You have Peter Parker. You have a variety of white Spider-Man. Don't you dare touch Miles. Miles is the only thing we have. Leave Miles alone. Miles is our fucking GOAT.
Well, fuck you, you racist piece of shit. Then after that, it just spirals down into violence, and it's just hilarious to see that happen. Cause the story's more fucking important. I don't give a fuck. I'll find it weird that they did it, and they shouldn't have done it to begin with, but at the end of the day, good story's a good story. Which the live-action Little Mermaid, oh no.
That was a terrible story.
It wasn't a good story.
Yeah, I should have asked.
I'm gonna be describing the original Little Mermaid and the live-action Little Mermaid and just show you what they did wrong. But if you just want to hear why live actions are bad, skip to this timestamp. So let me tell you why you should shit on this movie. Not because she's a black mermaid. You should shit on it because it was just bad. The original Ariel was strong-willed and dreamt big. She was someone who wanted more, to explore the world, discover new things, be a fish out of water. One day she sees this prince guy drowning. She saves him. Now he's internally grateful because she saved him. He was about to drown to death. Hopefully one day he can repay her for that. Who knows? Fast forward, XYZ happens and he ends up saving Ariel's life from the octopus monster. I forgot her name. He rams his ship into her guts and she perishes. Very cool, very epic, very awesome. But the main point of him ramming his ship into her was that humans can be selfless. Humans aren't as selfish as people make them out to be. Now you might be thinking, why would that be important to show that in the movie? It was supposed to open up Ariel's dad's eyes because he was omega racist and he hated humans for killing his wife. But after the prince guy does what he does, the dad realizes not all humans are pieces of shit. So after all this, he got a little less racist. He let his daughter date a dirty human. They went on a honeymoon and they all lived happily ever after. Now, why did I tell you all this? Oh yeah, to highlight all the bullshit, which is the Little Mermaid live action. Now, a lot of the things are the same, I'm not going to lie, but thanks to one thing they try to change, it opened up plot holes and ruins a lot of setup the original made. Remember how I said the prince guy paid her back by saving her life and killing the octopus monster? Yeah, no, that never happened in the live action. You know what does happen? Ariel, someone who's never driven a ship a day of her life, who wouldn't even know where to start, stabs the octopus woman in the gut with the ship. This is atrocious. Think about it. In the original, the prince could have easily have died, putting his life on the line to save her. But he doesn't do that in the live action. So tell me why in the live action would the dad ever forgive any humans for doing anything at all? He would continue to be racist in that world. No human does anything selfless. No human does anything over the top worthy enough for him to forgive them. They leave that loophole / plot hole wide open. And you realize how bad this is because that was the main point of the movie essentially. At the beginning, humans are bad. Throughout the whole movie, humans are bad from her dad, right? It's like him repaying what happened at the beginning of the movie was an integral part of the fucking story. But it's not there no more in live action. Yes, you gave her badass moment. Yes, she's strong and independent for solving her own problems that she caused to begin with. And yes, that's cool, but it's a little less cool once you realize you lose a lot of important shit. It's less cool once you realize you take away her relatability of making mistakes and needing help from others. For me to say what I said about Snow White and the Little Mermaid is me just trying to explain artistic vandalism. What is artistic vandalism? What are you, fucking slow? It's exactly what the name implies it is. A good piece of art that gets morphed and twisted into something that it's not. In the case of The Little Mermaid, this is artistic vandalism, obviously. In the case of Snow White, that's still pending. It's not out yet, but it sure looks like it's not gonna be the same story. At this point, it just seems like everybody who's trying to make a remake wants to make original story, but they don't have the means to. So they'll take someone else's story and just change it up to their liking. Which is kind of pathetic, let's be honest, guys.
Yep, that's
Could I
what it's.
provide more to prove my points further in this video? Absolutely, but I'm not going to, because I'm seeing the length of this audio and I'm developing cancer with how long this audio is. I'm freaking out mentally in my head, but you can't see that. Are remakes just completely always ass? No. By themselves, they're not too bad. They're not good by any means, but they're not too bad. But once you compare it to the original, which you should, seeing that it's coming from the original,
It's not the
you'll see that
same.
they won't compare at all, and that's
Yeah.
pretty fucking upsetting. Am I a racist, sexist bigot?
That picture with him in that Supreme coat is crazy.
I don't think I am. I think I just made valid points and point out that Disney was kind of being racist towards, you know, white people and specifically white dudes. If I did say anything racist or sexist, I'm not gonna apologize because again, I don't think I said anything racist or sexist. Please don't call me racist or sexist. Is there anything else I could say? What? The video's past 11 minutes? Oh, I'm about to jump off a fucking building.
Other than that, hope you enjoyed. Fuck liking, don't like. Fuck subscribing, do not subscribe. Comment, please comment. And jingle.
I'm about to fucking end my life. Why is it this long? This is about to be ass to fucking edit.
The acknowledgement of knowing the video is hella long. I love that. That was out of black, y'all. That was out of black. He makes some great points. You know, I don't like it as well when they swamp characters or they gender swamp or they don't stick to the story. Like you said, you got the blueprint right there. Use the fucking blueprint. My computer right there. I'm hurry in this video. Yeah, you got the fucking blueprint. Use the fucking blueprint. Don't forget you got the blueprint because you're just gonna make the story ass. Like the Little Mermaid. Yeah, he left a big plot hole in the thing. I didn't even know they did a Mulan. I didn't even know they was on the Snow White. But I'm gonna check both of them out to see if they stick to the original story. So yeah, this has been Vass Reacts. Like, comment, subscribe. I will see you guys next time. Peace.